right, Lady Rough Riders 16-18 versus the Colorado 14ers development team. We're down to 3 minutes left on this warm-up. I lost part of the microphone system for this, so hopefully the audio isn't too bad. My commentary is probably pretty bad, but hopefully the volume's not too bad. I'm going to keep you on mute. Just under the 2-minute mark for the warm-ups. Put you on mute here for the final minute. All right, we got our face-off. Looks like we have Oh, I don't have a phone here. I can't tell you. It's like Harper, Kathleen, Georgia, and Evelyn. Georgia and Evelyn are on B. Number 45, life of me, I can't remember her name. She's not on the roster list that I have in front of me. And we got Georgia taking it out of the zone. Got hung up on some of the 14ers players as she got out. They were able to bury it a little bit deeper in the zone. So we're playing the relay race, and we were able to get it out of our zone into their zone with some bit of pressure from Harper in number 45. Harper's going out on the left side edge. She tried to center the pass, get a shot on, but wasn't successful. Colorado 14ers putting on some good pressure on the girls. Not going to make it easy. We didn't know quite what to expect out of the development team. Harper just ripped off a shot directly into the goalie's chest. So we got our official first shot on goal. And our first face-off in the 14er zone. We got Mackenzie doing the face-off, number 23. We have Kat, number 13. Sasha and Maddie Benish on D. And I'm missing a player. Number 94. All right, Colorado 14s were successful in getting out of their zone. We're not making it easy for them to even get past the red line. Sasha getting it back over the red line, but there's a little bit of back and forth. Mackenzie's on the rush on the right side, trying to center off. Wasn't successful. Sasha's trying to rip off a shot, but she running up on a difficulty trying to get that shot off. 14ers are putting quite a bit of pressure on them. We have a whistle blown. Their goalie must have smothered up the puck. All right, we got Amelia on center. Emily, number 10, on wing. We were missing a player on the ice. Like Evelyn's on B, Anne's on the far wing. And a shot toward goal by Evelyn went a little bit wide. And we have Lindsay. Got Evelyn chasing down the puck right now through our zone. Did a pass up, get past the red line as we have Lindsay burying it deep right behind the other team's goal. 14ers were able to get to it first and do a D-to-D pass. But Lindsay's back there putting pressure on the Colorado player.
She's on the box. 6'4".
Looks like we've got a penalty call on number 60. Well, number 64 is going in the box. That's Amelia. That means we are going to be on penalty kill in our zone at 10:42 on the clock of this first period. We got Kathleen and Harper. Kathleen is going all the way down the ice, and she did a bar down. Beautiful, unassisted shot by Kathleen. That was excellent shot. Got a face-off with Harper on the point. We're still on a penalty kill. That was a short-handed, unassisted by Kathleen. That was fantastic. Georgia going all the way down the ice and getting the shot and goal. She got her own rebound and was almost able to get the puck in. Oh, wait. Nope, they're celebrating. We've got a goal by Georgia Marsh. I believe that is her first this season. So that is the second short-handed goal in the start of this first period. We've got Ann doing the face-off. Lindsay on wing, Sasha and Emily on D. Ann's all the way down in their zone already. She's looking for her goal now. I have a feeling this might be another high-scoring game. Fourteeners gave us a nice pass back right to Sasha. Sasha's doing some dangling as she comes up on this inside wall. She's crossed the blue. Ripped off the shot toward the goal, but it went back behind it. We have Emily back near the blue, saving it and doing a chip shot up and over to the goalie. They had to get a leg on it. 14ers decide to dump it deep. That is icing, even though we are on a penalty kill against the 14ers. 33 seconds left, and then Amelia will be let out of the penalty box. Got Maddie Benish on D, back with Emily. McKenzie on the point. Number 94, which I apologize, I can't remember her name. Coming down to 15 seconds, and then we're back to a full set of skaters on the ice. Had a great centering pass by McKenzie. We just couldn't get on it quick enough to get a shot off. Emily saving that blue line, bringing it in. Looks like she's getting, she's tried to get another shot in there, but it got deflected off the Colorado 14ers pads. All right, 14ers were successful in getting it out of their zone. They're across the neutral into our zone and tried to get a shot off, but McKenzie, Maddie Benish were able to deflect it some. We have number 94 coming across the blue line into the 14er zone. Off to Kat. A centering shot, but just a bit too much pressure on McKenzie before she could get a centering shot off. So, 14ers are getting pretty desperate to get it out of their zone. I think some of their players could use a break on the bench. All right. Looks like they are able to cycle out all their players at this point. We're back to full strength. Shot toward goal by Sasha, went behind. We have Evelyn and Kat. Kat's going off the ice. We got a penalty, it looks like, possibly against the 14ers. Got a tripping call. 14ers go into the box. She tripped up Harper. Harper's off the ice. Millie's on the ice again after her break in the penalty box. That is no fun being in the penalty box. We had too many players on the ice, so we got Ann flying off real quick. Georgia and Emily are on D. Millie, number 45, is out there with Amelia and Lindsay. Fourteeners were able to get the pushback into the neutral zone. Georgia picked it up and drove it in on this inside wall. Lindsay's doing her part. She came and filled in the back defense zone as Georgia went deep into the zone. All right, Georgia's back at it after getting a fumbling pass by the 14ers in the neutral zone. Did a wraparound over to Ann. Ann took a shot, went a little bit to the right side of the goalie, or the goal, that is. My right, her left. Gets confusing. I got Amelia doing a centering pass up to Lindsay, but just got past her end of his stick. Georgia taking a centering pass, but we couldn't get a stick on it and bump it in. Ann got a shot. It was up in the air. Their goalie was able to get a glove on it. We'll have another face-off on this power play. There's only 33 seconds left in this power play, but the pressure is definitely on the 14ers. It's like we have Kat, Mackenzie, Maddie Benish on D, Sasha on D. Shot on goal by number 94, not on this roster. At least not the roster list I have.
Just one time that thing in. So close.
We have quite a few shots toward the goal, but there's not too many making it through the traffic. The 14ers, they're clogging up the shooting lanes quite a bit. All right, Rough Riders buried it deep back in the 14ers zone. We are in possession as Sasha did a D-to-D pass. Got Maddie to Catherine. Harper's in for Mackenzie. Sasha's doing a chip and pass up toward Harper's. Harper's battling out with two of the 14ers, trying to get around that net for either a shot or a pass. Back to Sasha again. She chipped it across this between the two circles, but we couldn't get a stick on it. 14ers got a stick on it and were able to kick it all the way back. It was within inches of being called a icing on the 14ers at that point. Looks like we're going to have another icing as Harper tried to get the speed to get to the puck before it went for icing against the Rough Riders. We're down to 3:54. The 14ers only have 0 shots on goal. I don't expect that to last forever, but as the scoreboard, the Rough Riders have 12 shots on goal. We had Ann taking it all the way up on the inside, was able to get a shot, caught the rebound, took another shot, glanced off for a second time off their goalie. Lindsay's in there trying to rip off a shot, but there's just 14ers are acting like a wall down there, blocking up the whole shooting lane. We've got a number 14 on their team, and she was able to drive it all the way down into the zone. But their D couldn't maintain the blue line long enough before we put pressure on. Sounds like the refs were just giving a delayed offsides for the 14ers, which I didn't think existed anymore for this season after the rule changes. Georgia brought it in on the inside wall, and we've had some back and forth shots toward goal. And a couple shots on goal at this point. Georgia tried to rip off a shot, but she bounced it off one of the other Rough Riders' shoulder as Lindsay was trying to screen the other goalie. All right, 14ers decide to bury it all the way back in our zone. No icing. 14ers coach just screaming, saying, hustle, hustle. Georgia all the way on the inside edge, trying to get a shot off, but the puck went a little bit faster than she was skating that moment. Good. We got a turnover. McKenzie came on the ice, and she is taking the shot toward goal. Went a little bit wide as she got shoved off her feet by a 14er back behind the goal. Emily tried to rip off a shot, and 14er got a stick on it again. They are playing skater and skater here at this point. All right, we lost the blue line, but Emily came back and got it as she's looking for an open player. She chips it up to McKenzie. McKenzie up to Sasha. Sasha's putting pressure on that far wall corner. She had two of the 14ers as she got it centered out, and McKenzie's taken over that far corner now as they get back behind the 14ers' goal. McKenzie got knocked off her feet. She's up against this inside wall. Looks like she's good to go. Shot on goal by Kathleen as she got tangled up with a 14er. Looks like everyone's okay. It looks like there is a no icing call again, where the puck went all the way back to our goal line. Emily just dangling past two. She is trying to get a pass forward up and over that red line. 14er was able to get a stick on it. 14ers put it along this inside wall. Sasha picked it up. She's going across the red. She's passing it back to Emily. Definitely causing some confusion on the 14ers' part. Harper's going in for a shot on goal, but she is tangled up with three 14ers and one other and their goalie. She put it back along the outside corner wall. That is the end of the first period. Rough Riders up by 2. And I will give you a break from the commentary for about 60 seconds before the girls get back to center ice for the start of period 2. All right, we got Haley, who is number 84, and we'll be getting this roster list I have updated. So I stopped fumbling the girls' names so badly. We'll be starting up the second period with 14 minutes on the clock. 16 shots on goal by the Lady Rough Riders, and they are up by 2. Looks like we have Cora in goal, Evelyn on D, Anne on this inside wing, Lindsay on the outside wing, Emily in D, number 10, and Amelia doing that face-off. Had a red line side-to-side pass that went a little bit wide of our stick, but we are putting on the pressure. Emily popped it at the red line, and it could have been an icing had no one been able to get to it. Emily trying to do a backhand pass in. She does a centering across ice into the inside corner. Anne is there. 14er picked it up, going one-on-one with Evelyn here across the red line, across the blue line. She's just being harassed constantly as she loses an edge and slides into the wall. She took a shot, but it went back behind the goal. Emily trying to drive it across that blue line. Back to Emily again on the far wall with an offside against the Rough Riders. We're gonna have a face-off right in front of the Rough Riders bench. No pressure when your whole team's watching you do the job, right? Got Mackenzie on the point. Haley, number 84, on this wing. Kat on the far wing. Looks like Georgia and Sasha are on D. Georgia tried to push across the blue line up on this near wall, and there's just too much congestion there for her to be able to get it. 14ers were able to smack it back. Sasha recovered it, took a shot on goal, bounced off the leg pads of the goalie. Kenzie's trying to get through the traffic as she shoulders her way past 2 players, knocking the stick out of one. Georgia saved that blue line, and she just drove through that line right there, but one of their players was able to get a stick and launched it to the far side of our goal line. That is an icing against the 14ers. We'll have a face-off with 12 minutes left on the second period. Good face-off by Harper. She was able to get it back. Georgia got a push up to front of the goal. 14ers were able to push it up and out. It's across the ice all the way into our zone, going back behind. Sasha's putting the pressure on. She got it up to Harper. Harper got it over to this near side wall to Georgia as Georgia flicks the puck forward. Looks like we have a tripping. Looks like a second tripping against number 24. We will have a face-off in the 14er zone. Got Emily, number 10, and Evelyn, 82, on D. Kathleen on number 9 on wing. Harper on center. And I still haven't seen the number of our other wings, sorry. Millie. Had a great pass up to Harper. There's a bit of a collision. Harper stayed on her feet. 14er went down pretty hard. Looks like she's okay though. 14er's putting quite a bit of pressure on the on us at this point. And that was their first shot on goal. This isn't good when we have the power play. Power play is Harper pushing with Kathleen. Kathleen got a shot center chest on the goalie. She decided to hang on to it as we got in to pick up any kind of rebound there. Good effort by the 14ers, being shorthanded and getting their first shot on goal. Number 24 for the 14ers still in the box for another minute 7. And we have 10:36 on the second period. Rough Riders leading by 2. Amelia doing that face-off there as we got to change up in lines. We have Ann and Lindsay on wings. Evelyn and Emily still on D. We have Ann bearing it down on this inside corner, made it all the way to the outside corner as Lindsay's there to get a hold of it. 14er got to it faster, got it almost all the way across. They are clogging up our passing lanes at this point. I think they're catching on. Lots of back and forth going on in the first part of our zone. So 14ers are putting a lot of pressure just on any of the receiving ends of the passing. So got Ann taking a shot and goal off the leg pad of the goalie. Puck is still in play as it gets back to Sasha. She comes rolling in with Maddie Benish on D. Maddie Benish is looking for a slot to take that shot. She takes a shot, nails a 14er in the side of the leg. Bounced all the way back out. We have Georgia now pushing the blue line all the way in, and it's an offside on the Rough Riders due to a change of lines at that moment as we on the far wall door. All right, we got Haley, 84 on the wing, Mackenzie on center, Kat on wing, number 13, Maddie Benish, 24, and Georgia, number 75 on D. Georgia got up to the red line, put it across. The refs thankfully waved off the icing. Maddie tried to get a centering pass up to Mackenzie, but it didn't make it before the 14er got a stick all the way out. All right, we're across into the 14ers zone. Hit a blind pass, didn't work out so well, so he hit the wall. All right, we're back into center ice, bringing it all the way back into our zone with 3 14ers now in our zone as they try and get it out. That was a good draw by Mackenzie, so she made it open, so there's only one D. We weren't able to get a clean shot off. Georgia popping around off. Their goalie saw it coming and got a glove on it. So we will have another face-off at the far circle in the 14er zone. We have Kathleen and Harper. Harper on the center for the face-off. We got a goal by Kathleen, number 9. That is number 2 for her, I believe. Rough Riders lead Colorado 14ers by 3 goals. 21 shots in goal at this point by the Rough Riders with 7 minutes and 50 seconds left in the second period. Harper won that faceoff, got it onto this near wall. It almost worked out for the 14ers, but they were offside. So another faceoff right on the edge of the Rough Riders blue line. All right, we got Harper going into the zone, trying to find a shot, went high over the goal. Just in the right position, puck just went a bit too high. Got a centering pass back to Kathleen. Kathleen is battling out with one of the 14ers. Lots and lots of pressure. Sasha to Emily. Emily's looking for that shot. She tried to dangle through. She still used her feet. Good move by her as 14ers were trying to keep her from getting an open area. Harper over in the far corner. Pass back to, looks like Ann as she's setting up in the center. All right, we've got a 14er taking it solo all the way down with lots and lots of pressure by Sasha's. 14er lost her edge on her skate. She slid in the back wall. She's okay. Sasha going all the way in, solo, end to end, tried to get a shot off, and a 14er was right there to keep her from getting a good, clean shot off. 14ers just coming on the ice almost were able to cherry pick a dribbling puck as it went across the neutral. Evelyn got over there and just went in and kept a backhanded shot from the 14ers. 14ers just got their, maybe it's their second, maybe it's their third shot on goal during this whole game. Shot toward goal by the 14ers as they bury behind our goalie. Looks like we have Georgia going all the way across from the far wall to this near wall, looking for a right-handed shot on that goalie. Got it centered again, and all right, and she just put it in as a centering pass from Georgia. That was a good move. Georgia didn't have any kind of shot or wraparound opportunity, and she put it right where Ann needed it. That brings the 14ers up to 2 shots on goal. Rough Riders 4 goals and 23 shots on goal. We got our face-off, Mackenzie at center. Haley, number 84, bringing it into that zone. Kat's on that far wing. We have Evelyn Brown, number 82, and Georgia, 75 on D. Kat's putting pressure on that 14er, forcing her to make a hasty pass up along the wall. Mackenzie was trying to do that same move that Georgia did for Kathleen on this near post. Get it centered so we could get a shot off. 14ers are catching on where we like to get our shots. All right, Kathleen on a face-off. She's able to win that face-off. Get a interrupted shot toward the goal. With Maddie Benish, she wants it. She is dangling as she goes on the outside wall. Coming straight down the center. The 14ers haven't even turned around yet. That's really tough to stop any kind of shots on goal if you're not watching where the puck's at. 14ers wrap that puck hard along the outside wall. No icing. One of our players lost her footing as she went skating back there. But she looks like she's okay. And we got Mackenzie trying to get past the blue line. 14ers are trying to hesitate to not get another offside call. The 14ers decide to no icing call. That's interesting. 14ers were able to bury it across the red line in a pretty straight line, which means it didn't look like anybody touched it, but that's all right. Got Maddie Benish taking it in across the center. Harper's backing her up. shot deflected off the goalie to this inside wall. Pass up to the 14er, but it had too much heat on it. Kathleen got to it first as she brings it out. Well, that's scary. And that scary was a goal on the Rough Riders as the puck got away as we were taking it back around. All right, with 3 shots on goal, the 14ers put a goal up on the board. This is no longer a shutout game. 14ers were able to get a centering shot. While it was slow, it made it all the way to Cora. All right, we're going to get some fresh skaters on ice. Sasha and Evelyn on D. Looks like Amelia out there playing center, Lindsay on that far wing, and Ann on this close wing. We got a delay offside call again. It's interesting that the refs are doing that. I keep saying that because the rules changed this season, that is no longer a thing, delayed offsides. Got a battle going on that far wall. The 14ers winning it and getting it out across the center ice. 14ers trying to get to it before Sasha, but Sasha said no thank you. Sasha across the ice up to Lindsay. Lindsay up to Amelia. Amelia is going solo across that blue line until Lindsay caught up. They were able to get it back across that blue line, but Sasha's waiting. Great eyes on Sasha. She was making sure that she didn't cross that blue line until all of our players were across. A shot toward goal by Georgia, who's now on the ice out there with Sasha. We're not putting much pressure on the 14ers at this point in that wall. Georgia's coming into this inside wall. We've got a hand raised at this point and an icing call. Icing call's got to be against the 14ers because they went toward our goal, and he must have been raising his hand for a delayed offside on us. All right, we've got a face-off. McKenzie's on the dot. Haley, 84, is over in this near wall wing. Cat on the far. Georgia and Maddie Benish is on D as the 14er was able to get all the way into the zone before losing an edge on her skate. Tried to do a shot or a passing slow puck along the wall. The 14er was able to get to it. George is trying to push it hard as the 14ers just got in the way again. It's back in our zone. Maddie Benish is bringing it across to Georgia, D to D. Georgia's going on that far wall. Oh, we've got a call, I'm guessing, on Georgia, probably for roughing, as the 14er stopped in front of her and she got popped off her skates. Hopefully she's okay because there's a thunk when her helmet hit the ice. Looks like she's okay. We've got a face-off. We're shorthanded. We're down to 40 seconds in the second period. Rough Riders lead the Colorado 14ers 4-1. Shot toward goal. Cora had to deflect it. Evelyn and Mackenzie down in that wall as they did a pass over to Emily. Emily's looking for someone to pass to, gets up to Haley. Haley's across the blue line with only one on her. She's just getting tied up as she tried to do a backhand shot across. Puck is on that far wall going toward Emily. Emily's trying to get it past the 14ers as they keep chewing up any kind of passing lane. Over to Haley. Haley tried to center it. Time has expired in the second period. We'll be starting the final 14 minutes of this game shorthanded with a minute 20 seconds on the penalty kill for the Lady Rough Riders. Go on mute here for about 60 seconds. There's a whistle by the ref reminding the teams to get out to center ice so we can finish this game up. Two more reminders to the Rough Riders to get to center ice. All right. I think that ref was giving the skate over to give a verbal. We will call him No Patience Man because he can't hear me and beat me up. All right, we got a face-off. Mackenzie won, got it up and over to Haley. Oh, Haley went in and just got tripped up right at the red line on that far wall. Mackenzie's got it now. A lot of effort by 14ers to lose that out. She's coming in on the right side. She's doing a centering pass. Oh, right to Haley. It was there. But the 14ers knew it was going to happen. Sasha coming up, taking it on the inside wall as she tries to make sure that the 14er gets no clean passes. 14er decided to bury it all the way across the ice with an icing call to start out this final period of the game. We're down to 13-16 on the clock. 36 seconds before Georgia gets out of the box. Anytime you're stuck in the penalty box over period changes, it feels like quite the jail time. 14ers were able to get it out of their zone, but we were able to recover it at the red line. Pass from Sasha to Harper. Harper's going down the center, and she just did a right-handed backhand in on the goal. That brings the Rough Riders lead to 5-1. That goal was at the 13-minute mark of the third period. Sasha to Harper. That was a short-handed goal with 20 seconds left. Harper back on point. Sasha and Evelyn. And Millie here on this near wall for wing power for Harper's. Harper hangs up their center. I'm not sure how that wasn't a tripping as the 14er tripped up Sasha right there at the red line. 14ers trying to get it in that across that blue line. All right, Georgia's on the ice. She came out flying, had the puck for a couple seconds before the 14ers got a stick on it again. We got Sasha coming down the center. Harper doing another backhand right in front of the goalie. The goalie was ready for it. Got Georgia, thankfully no call against her as the 14er ran into her and fell over. Georgia's pretty stable on her feet, so might look like a penalty when it's really just a stable, good skater. Looks like we had a offside call right at the blue line against the Rough Riders while the face-off right on the edge. Changing out some of the players. Amelia, Ann, Lindsay, Maddie Benish, and Emily. Looks like we were confused on who was supposed to be on the ice and whether it was still a penalty kill. Down to 11:40 in this period. Emily saving that blue line. Did a relay up to Lindsay. Lindsay almost had a one-timer. Another face-off on this near circle in the 14er zone. Apologies if the focus scene keeps changing on the camera. As people walk down front of the glass, it will start changing and refocusing on them. Number 6 on the 14ers coming out with some gusto, putting some heavy pressure on Maddie Benish as she tries to get it out of our zone. And on that far wall, battling it out as the relay happens down the outside corner back behind our goalie, Cora. Maddie Benish is bringing it in on this inside corner, trying to run it along the wall. 14ers, number 14, getting pretty physical with Amelia out there, shoved her down and then stood over the top of her. Refs were watching it to see if it escalated, but it ended there. Looks like we have Emily, Mackenzie, Kat, Maddie Benish still back on D. So Emily and Maddie on D. Maddie was able to keep it from dribbling out of the zone and got a backhand back behind the goal line. She's going over in that corner. 14er was able to lift her stick up and kept her from keeping it in the zone. Went across the ice to number 26 on the 14ers, who is just being pestered by Maddie Benish. Over to Kat on this inside wall as Kat gets it over to Maddie. Maddie dangling. Mackenzie picked up right at the blue line. Emily picked it up at the blue line as it got away from Mackenzie. Kat's coming over into this inside wall, pushing it into the zone. Fourteeners across the red line, across the blue line. We have Sasha bringing it across the center of the blue line, mid-ice. 14ers got a turnover right at our blue line. So we are changing out a couple players. Kat is getting up on the inside edge. Harper's on the ice. She flew in and she is giving the puck to Haley so she could get it in. That is a goal by Haley. Maybe not. It looks like it got passed back to Harper and she got the rebound. Harper doing the drop, center ice. She's going in solo across the blue. centering shot for a one-timer on Millie. And someone just swooped in there and picked it up. That is a hat trick for Kathleen, number 9. First of the season for Kathleen. We're going to change out the line. Harper, Kathleen, and Millie off the ice. And on the ice, Georgia, Sasha on D. Looks like we have Lindsay and Amelia. Amelia coming in on the inside, trying to center it. 14ers are just hooking all over the place. That's not fun. I think 14ers are getting a little frustrated on the goal. I think Amelia thought she had the call on her. 14ers in the box at 8:33, 2 minutes. Amelia's back on that center dot. Sasha and Emily on D. Ann's over there ready for the win from Amelia. There's some commentary going on from the 14ers bench. Oh, they had too many players on the ice. Shot on goal by Ann. It just kind of dribbled over, and their goalie decided to push it away while we were still right there. 14ers were able to get it up and out all the way. We're back in the zone. Emily bringing it behind Cora. She might bring it all the way in. Oh, she did a pass forward on Amelia before we crossed the blue line. Fantastic job by Emily getting it out and up and over the 14ers sticks. 14ers were able to get a stick on it, and they pushed it all the way back into our zone. We are regrouping. Evelyn taking a shot. She brought it all the way from goal line to goal line. Tried to do a wraparound. It was right there. Their goalie did a glove grab around the post. That was a nice move by their goalie. 14ers are still short-handed for another minute, 4 seconds. And we're down to 7:37 in this final part of the game. Got it over to Kat. Mackenzie's on center. Maddie Benish on D with Evelyn. And Haley over in that far wing. Mackenzie doing a backhand shot. Made it all the way to the goalie as she deflected off with her stick. 14ers did a rough pass. Mackenzie was right there and read the pass. She was able to intercept it. Tried to get it over to Haley, and we lost control for another pass. All right, we got the 14ers crossing the blue line. Benish has it. She's only got one. She got one on her tail. Shot toward goal. Their goalie lost control of it. Whistle blew, even though the puck was still out and loose. We almost had it there. All right, we got Georgia doing the face-off. Harper's on D. She is picking up the puck as it went into our zone. We got Sasha up to Haley. Haley's just battling it over on the end wall. Tried to send her it. Harper kept it from going out. Sasha tried to get through the legs. Georgia's trying to get the shot across. Millie was up there trying to get it in, got her own rebound. And that is number 4 goal for Kathleen, as she was in the right spot, the right time for the great pass. It brings the Rough Riders up to 8-1, 38 shots on goal. 14ers goalie is getting a workout. She's a good goalie. She's stopped a lot of pretty good shots. Amelia's on center. Lindsay's on this near wing. Anne's on the far wing. We have Harper and Sasha on D. Pass from Harper up to Anne. Anne got tangled up and got knocked off her skate. Harper keeping it in the zone on this near wall. She is ripping a shot to the goal. One of the 14ers were able to get a stick on it. 14ers got a turnover right at the blue line as Harper's on this near wall. Got a pass back to Sasha. Sasha brings it across the red line up to Anne. Anne's looking for a pass back to Sasha as she brings it in. Sasha's looking for that goal. She got her own rebound once, twice. She is still in possession on that far wall. She is wants it. Their goalie was able to get a leg on it. And quite the contact between the 14ers and Emily as she shoved Emily in the face. Amelia was right there as the pass got centered, got relayed, went a little bit wide. Fourteeners are putting a lot of pressure as Sasha brings it into the zone. They're able to pass it back. Fourteeners lost their skate at that moment. Emily went head to head with one of the players and the other player fell down. We got lots of shoving and pushing coming from the 14ers as we battled to get it into that zone. Fantastic effort by the 14ers. They're not giving up the game. 4 minutes left in the final part of this game. 40 shots on goal by the Rough Riders. Evelyn getting quite a bit of pressure on this inside wall as there's a scramble right at the red line. Mackenzie got her glove ripped off of her by number 16. That's it's getting a little feisty as we had two of the Rough Riders bump into each other as the puck went out back into our zone. Almost a trip against the 14ers as they slashed Emily. Emily's going all the way in. Over to Haley. Haley to Mackenzie. Mackenzie got caught up as one of their players fell down. 3:08 on the clock. I don't know if these refs just want the game to end as fast as possible, but some of their they're not making some calls that like holding, tripping, but they'll call an icing against the Rough Riders right there. .244 on the clock in third period. We have Amelia on point. Sorry, I can't see some of the numbers. It's like Anne's on that outside wall. Millie on the other wing with Maddie and Sasha on D. Maddie to Sasha. Sasha got it up to the line as it got a turnover right at the center of the blue line. Anne's got it. She is passing forward. 14er was right there to block that passing lane. Ooh, we're having a problem trying to get it out of our zone. All right, we're across the middle ice. Amelia got it going in as she brings in across that wall. 14er got taken off the ice and brought Amelia down with her. Shot along goal line by Anne, hit the side of the post and came all the way back. It had so much energy. 14ers were able to get the puck off all the way down into our zone as we skate in front of our goalie. Maddie Banish bringing it across the center of the ice. She's going straight down the center. She wants that shot. Bounced off the goalie as she lost her skate coming into the corner. Lindsay was battling out. 14 was able to bump it forward. Georgia, 75, is coming across. Pass up to Lindsay, got a little bit wide as it crossed the middle red line. 14ers were able to drive that puck across the blue line. That leaves Georgia and Kat coming in the zone. Shot toward goal. It looks like their goalie went down and one of our players fell on top of her. I think everyone's making sure their goalie is okay. I believe that goal was Kat's goal. There's a lot of momentum as all the girls rushed in on the center to make sure that that rebound was going in. Kat was there. I believe she got it. Lindsay and Kat on the wings, Amelia on center, Emily and Evelyn on D. We're down to 52 seconds left in the game. Rough Riders lead by 8 goals on the board, 9-1. 41 shots on goal. 14ers are putting a ton of pressure, making sure that the Rough Riders know they are not giving up until that buzzer goes off. All right, 20 seconds later, we got Kat bringing it across the center of the ice as Lindsay and Amelia and Kat bring it up. Amelia trying to bulldoze through, but their players were just binding them up with 5 seconds left on the clock. Amelia making sure she doesn't even get a shot off to end the game. They're making sure she's okay. Lots of love over to Cora. Cora, for the most part, had a pretty boring game, which is, as a goalie, probably is an okay time to have. All right, we're going to end the streaming after we have the good jobs and fist bumps at center ice. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening. It's the end of the stream.